Hey Marvel fans, this is Hazer Zero, coming back with a hopefully short video. We find ourselves in Tony Stark's personal library, or personal well, place to relax maybe, and we find him pretty troubled. This is basically a time when Siege is finished, and he's not the most popular guy in the world right now, especially with his ex-allies, or old friends, I should say. And it's kind of a dream sequence is what I got going here, and he's basically dwelling on all the people that he's basically screwed over in the past little while. So we'll kind of go through it. We got well, we'll start over here, I guess. Nick Fury here. He'd be pissed off because, well, Tony just totally screwed up S.H.I.E.L.D. and just basically handed it over to Norman Osborn. So he'd probably be totally pissed. Miss Marvel here, we got, she was elected to run the Mighty Avengers, and shit hit the fan, and Tony just kind of left her high and dry. And she kind of burned a few bridges with her friends running the Mighty Avengers just to get the position. Because, well, if you read, let me see here, House of M, I think, that's when she kind of comes back. And all she wanted to do was be a good superhero again. We got Spidey here. He'd be pissed because Tony suggested that he reveal his identity. And it never really worked out for him after that. We got Captain America. They were both very, they clashed with the idea of the registration. So they eventually fought. He realized what he was doing, got arrested, and eventually assassinated. So he'd be pretty pissed. During the Civil War, Tony cloned Thor, or made a robotic version of it, I suppose. And yeah, he if you read, I think it's Invincible Iron Man, the first couple issues, they talk, and he's not too impressed about it. Maria Hill would be totally pissed because Tony took her position. Tony took the spot once after the Civil War. Thought he could do a better job with the registration, and she got totally jerked around. We got Sentry here. He was kind of, what would you say, being helped by Tony, I guess, to make it simple. He really depended on Tony. He was, because he was kind of an unstable dude, and Tony kind of walked away from him when he kind of disappeared. And then he went to Norman Osborn, and look what happened with Siege. And then we got Luke Cage. It's kind of a good and a bad thing for Luke. He manned up, and he was basically running the New Avengers after Captain America left the scene. So it was good, but Tony was also really involved with taking his wife away during the registration and breaking up the family for a couple issues. That was kind of a bad scene for them. And then down here we got kind of the manipulators that kind of put Tony in his position of why these dudes wouldn't be too impressed with Tony. We got, well, the first example of when the Skrulls kind of showed their face, when Elektra kind of came out of the woodwork, turning out to be a Skrull. And then we got all the manipulation that Spider-Woman was involved with. And then I kind of threw Mr. Fantastic in there because he was all for the registration. He looked at it scientifically, and he looked at it. It was interesting when the way they had Reed Richards in the Civil War, because he was quite almost a villain with Tony at the time. The way they were kind of portraying the two. I don't know. It's kind of a lot to maybe digest, especially if you don't know the storylines. But it was kind of I don't know, if he was, the idea is him kind of being alone in his office, but all this heavy stuff, all his friends weighing on his shoulders and stuff like that, and thinking about what he's going to do to kind of win them back if at all possible. I don't know. I just kind of threw it together. It's got more storyline than, say, articulation or anything like that, but if you saw like a splash page in a comic, it would be him worried, and it would show all these examples of how he would be upset about what's happened in the last couple of years in comics. Tell me what you think. I thought it was kind of neat. Yeah, so check it out and see you next time.